Welcome back to Whiskey with E. I'm Eric. So this is part 2 of the, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, MUESTRA de SAKA. All right, so pretty much the Exclusivo. The Exclusivo coming from Steve Saka, coming out of Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust. Let's say the first third was like a sweet cedar, you know. It was like it was just interesting. Let's just say you're getting, I don't know, it was like a sweet cedar. You could almost say it's like a cinnamon. I don't know, there was some kind of sweetness there, you know. And eventually, as we're going into the second third here, it was building up to be like this, I don't know, creme brulee kind of vibe. But yeah, that's really superficial. But let's just say it's really dark. It's really deep and rich. I don't know how to explain that. But you know what? Let's see what we're getting right now. Here we go. The ash did just fall off. Oh, let's just say beautiful stick. Let's see what we're getting right now. Beautiful. Okay. So when you're holding that in your mouth, all right, guys, when you're holding the smoke in your mouth, you're feeling a little bit of a light tingle, but it's not like some Cubans that I had that is really tingly, or, you know, this is really light. So I'm saying this is like a medium bodied style of cigar. Everyone that missed it, this is what it came in. Nice cool Coffin. All right. Now, my goodness. You know what? While we're here, let's just say I've been enjoying this, and I thought, you know what? Since we're heading into the second third, I'm going to try pair it up with some of the Talisker Special Reserve from 2022 that I just uncorked. And you know what? We may as well try it with some of the Australian whiskey as well. So let's get right into it. All right, here we go. It's like, it's just rich. It's deep and dark. Like I look at deep and dark notes as like leathery old books. You're getting like, but then there's that underlying spice, all right? So in a sense, the spice doesn't just go away. Like, I don't know, right now I just picked up the underlying spice. Now, he did explain that when he blends his cigars, it's made differently, so that, you know, you're not just getting the spice on the end like some cigars, typically Cubans. But anyways, let's pour up some of the Talisker and let's see how it pairs up together with this Exclusivo from Mr. Steve Saka. Alrighties, let's pour some up. It's starting to head towards espresso, you know. Anyways, let's grab some of that bottle. Let's pour some up. Here we go. Alrighties, I'll put this down here for a sec. Hopefully it doesn't blow away. Alrighties. So what we have here is a Talisker. Now this is, it's a monster, all right? Let's just say this is like a car strength, 55.1%. I do not even know how this is gonna pair up with this cigar. That cigar has a little bit of spice elements. This is peated. I don't know if it's gonna bring out more earth or more peatiness in the cigar or not, but that's why we're here. We're gonna do it all for science, guys. So you know what? Pause for the cork pop. Oh, alrighties. Cork is popped. Glass. Alrighties. Let's put a cork on that. Put it down here for a sec. Here we go. So, First pairing, we are going to try it with the Talisker. Like I said, this is pretty much it. It's matured in ex-bourbon cask. I believe it's probably first fill too, but it's a lightly peated stocks. So Talisker, typically you're going to get that peat. It's going to be that bonfire note, but obviously not as much as like a Lagavulin or like your Lafroigs or anything. But you know what? Let's see how a lightly peated whiskey will go with this semi-spicy, beautiful blend by Steve Saka. Here we go. What is that? Something is coming out in the retro. It's not like like, you know, from your cheap cigars, it comes out more mushroomy. I want to say mushroomy, but it's a different kind of earth. Like, it's a nice earth. You know what? Let's just have a sip of this Talisker. Cheers, everyone. Smoke and drink responsibly. All right, much love all. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope everyone's having an awesome Saturday. Wishing you all a awesome weekend. Like I always say, smoke and drink responsibly. Quality over quantity. Here we go. Cheers, everyone. Mm? Mm? Mm. Huh. Hmm. It actually gave this Talisker some deep, rich. I'm always going to say this. It seems to happen all the time. Whenever I'm pairing a cigar with a Scotch, every now and then it comes out bourbony, or sometimes certain Scotches, certain cigars makes the Scotch taste like coffee, but not this one. This is just coming out like real dark, deep, and oaky. You know, that peatiness has become oakiness. You know what? Let's have another one. Like, trust me guys, oh, that spice, the more you're retroing, the more like it starts to fade away in that leathery, rich, earthy, but not mushrooms, but something a lot more finesse. Oh my goodness. Let's have another sip. Cheers, everyone. It's almost like with the tone of the cigar in your mouth, it's taken away the peatiness. Like, yeah, you're still getting a smoke, you're still getting the campfire, but it's almost like bringing out sweetness from this. It's bringing out the sweetness somehow, because maybe this is spicy and it's not technically sweet. You are getting sweetness, but it's not sweet, all right, in the great schemes of sweetness. Oh, oh, that retro was real nice. I mean, I got little hints of coffee, little slight chocolate and everything in that one. You know what? This is going awesome. Let's try pour up some of the Australian whiskey. You know what? We'll have some of this first. Let's have another one. Let's have another sip. Let's see how it all goes together. All right, so maybe we'll have a sip first and see how this tastes. I just don't know how to describe that. I guess you could almost describe it like a sweet peaty earth. It's peated. It's almost like you're bringing out the peatiness in the earthiness character, if that even makes sense. But you know what? The smoke production in this, you're not seeming like you're getting a lot of smoke production, guys. It does feel a little bit tight. But tight in a good way. Tight as in it's not going to burn too quick. Tight as in you're like smoking a Cuban cigar and it's tight, but you're getting enough of the flavor and enough of the smoke and enough for it to not just burn away real quick, because you're just getting all that airflow in and it's just burning too quick. You know what? Rambling. Let's grab some of that Australian whiskey and pour some up. All right, here we go. Before we pour that glass, I just had a thought, like, sweet peaty earth, peaty whiskey, very similar. I mean, yes, there's some nuances, it's more smoky here, whatever, but the underlying tone is like a peaty earth. You know, when you're trying to work out that note in cigars and you're like, how do you describe that? Everyone that's given all these flavor notes, they must have some real professional palates, or they're just saying a whole load of shenanigans that sounds good. But like I said, I bought this out of my own money. I'm not here to sugarcoat stuff, but all I'm gonna say is I'm having a good experience. It's tasting really good. Let's pour off some of that Australian whiskey right now. All right, let's go. We won't even pause it. Here we go. We got the Old Kempton Distillery. This is the Pinot cask. Pause for the cork pop. Oh, woo! You know what? That cork pop gets me every time. Alrighty, so here we go. We're gonna pour up some of this. Here we go. All right, just a little bit. Keep in mind, this bottle does retail for over $200. Now, Talisker retails for over 200 as well. Well, 200. 11-year age-stated product, 55.1%. Probably a 3-year product. Comes in a 500ml bottle. And it's 46%. I'll leave that up to you to decide what's more worth it. Alrighties. Let's go. So pretty much right now, it looks like we are heading into the second third. We're in the second third. Burn has gone a little bit wonky, but all good. I'm not judging. It's just smooth. There's no bites, there's no prickles, there's even no heat really. When I'm doing the retro, the spice, it's ever so slight. You're just getting all that sweet peaty earth. You know what? Let's see how this Australian whiskey goes with it. Cheers, everyone. Yep. Still, every time I pair up any cigar with this whiskey, I'm getting this impression that I'm drinking a bourbon that has obviously less caramel, less vanilla, but you're getting that bourbon-esque vibe. I don't know if it's from the cigar smoke, that cedary note. It reminds you of like aged bourbon, but it's a Scotch. There you go. Always well. Alrighties, you know what? Let's tune back when we're heading towards the second third, and you know what? Maybe we'll make an espresso coffee to see how it pairs up with this as well. But before we do, let's have another one. Cheers, everyone. Straight retro, it's soothing. I don't even need to blow out any. It's heading towards earthy now, guys. Like that earthiness. At first, it was a little bit more sweet. You know, there was more of that creme brulee kind of vibe, if you want to say it like that. You know, you could almost get a sense that it's creamy and all this. But right now, it's traveling through. Maybe I'm smoking it too quick, maybe I'm not, but it is heading towards the, you know, heading towards the espresso notes. But maybe that's going bitter because you're over smoking it. But either way, I'm enjoying it, guys. Even though I paid $100 and something for this cigar, I'm not mad. Steve Saka, I know you're trying to keep your prices down, but I don't think it helps. Here in Australia, everything just price goes up. But anyways, we'll tune back in. Let's make some coffee and we'll come back. Alrighty, guys. Let's go get some coffee. Let's go. Before we get coffee, the Brooklyn Black Ops from 2020, the last of it. I saved a little sample, so you know what? Let's have a sip. Cheers, everyone. I think I just like a good Imperial Stout, that coffee vibes, that slight chocolate. You know what? Let's go grab the coffee. Cheers, everyone. All right, let's go. And we're back with the coffee. But you know what? I didn't have milk, so it's like an espresso. I just added in some cold water so that it's not burning my mouth right now. But you know what? Let's have a taste and let's see how it pairs together. Cheers, everyone. Oh. Oh. This actually brings out creaminess. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay.